to another episode of Madge Unmuted. I am your host, Madge Madigan. Welcome. And I am so goddamn excited to get to our guest today. But I got to introduce this guy, because I'm obligated. No offense, Fitz.
Wow. Thanks for the love.
Yeah, okay, so anyway,
fantastic.
Here we have Scott
Hi.
Fitzgerald, purveyor of RockFox Studios.
That's right.
For all your recording needs. You want to do a podcast, you want to do a promo spot, you just want to hear yourself talk.
Yeah. Audiobooks.
Whatever. Legacy cast.
Yeah. All that kind of stuff.
Mixtapes. No.
Sure. What the hell?
Oh, but you could. Okay. You want to drop
We'll kick
a
it
new
old school.
Exactly. Anyway, Fitz, RockFox Studios.
That's me.
Look them up, rockfox.com.
Yes. All right, bring on your guest.
Okay, I can't speak, so good thing my guest
fine.
is here today because she's a communications coach, founder of the Mouthy Broad, and she's going to tell us what that's all about. Here we have the lovely Andrea Holland.
Thank you, darling. Hello. Great to be here.
Hello. We are so excited to have you here.
Thank you.
I'm
Glad to be here.
Yes. What did Tom Proietti say? Well, I'm just glad to be out of the house.
Yeah.
These days,
That was such a great compliment, too. I'm just glad to be anywhere else, so whatever.
Fuck you too. No, sorry, Tom. I'm just kidding.
Just kidding.
Love you, Tom.
We love Tom.
So, Andrea,
Yes, dear.
tell us about the Mouthy Broad.
The Mouthy Broad is a new program that I am launching that I am super excited about. It's been in the making for many, many years. As you said, I'm a communications coach. So the Mouthy Broad is a community and coaching group for women who dare. And that means a lot of different things. Gutsy broads.
Is that like to run out in the snow naked? Dare?
I mean, if that's your
Or-
jam, I ain't going to tell you not to. I just want to know how you got the cojones to do it. And
I
tell
want to
us
see the
story.
business model for that, too. Just
Sure. Well,
curious.
I feel I have enough body fat for that dare.
Oh,
so
yeah. I could be warm for days in the cold snow. I'm fine with
We
that.
can sit out there and have cocktails and beach
Right?
chairs.
What will the neighbors say?
Who gives a shit?
Right?
Hey, I gotta interject a question real quick.
Yeah.
So, what is a communications coach?
It means a lot of things to different people, but ultimately I work with individuals, groups, teams on how to put strategy and technique behind the way you show up. So whether you're giving a sales talk or a presentation or public speaking, media training, things like that, you never want to wing it. People do that all the time. And
What?
it's bad news. I mean, yeah, sometimes you can get away with it. What do they say? Even a blind squirrel finds a nut every now and then.
Hell yeah.
But in general,
That's
if
what Fitzy
you're
does. Sorry.
right. Sorry.
Excuse me?
If you're trying to be, strategic in your approach to business, work, life, everything, you got to know what you're about. You got to know what you want to say and how you're going to say it and plan for it. So that's what I help people do. And I've been doing this formally for 9 years. I absolutely love it.
Really?
Yes. I'm a big fan of being intentional. Like no matter what it is,
Yeah.
like whatever you're doing, make sure you know what the hell you're doing and why you're there. Right?
I could have stand to meet you like 10 years ago.
I mean, that's not to say you can't be afraid to you can't plan everything, right? Like sometimes you just got to go forward and do it.
Right.
But you got to know, I remember I've been told no less in my career, 3 times in my career by 3 different managers, I don't know what to do with you.
Well, we
It was
got that in
preceded by
common.
you're so good at, I don't, and I'm like, okay, well, what the hell does that mean? I thought you knew the game plan. What the, and then I realized I'm like, ain't nobody building this show but me. I'm the one got to figure this out.
I'm the headliner.
I
man.
am. So, you got to know what
Excuse
you
me.
want. Oh, it's okay.
Sorry,
Where you
not
headed?
COVID.
Right. Thank God. And that's what I love doing. So that's what the Mouthy Broad is about. It's about, finding those daring conversations with women who've done big things, scary things. How did you get the guts to do it? How do you step up and ask for what you want, put boundaries in place, say no to the BS, because it's all out there. Women, we are notorious at doing this. We make disclaimers for ourselves. We apologize. No mas.
That's when I had Mrs. Kasha Davis on.
Oh, yes.
Love her. I had her on, and she was telling a story about something, and then I said, well, I was just a stay-at-home mom, and I just did this, and I didn't. Afterwards, she said, the only thing I noticed about that was you said just, and I said it a few times, and I'm like,
yeah, ooh. Yeah. Disclaimers.
Yeah.
We do it.
Yeah.
People do it all the time in emails. I just wanted to check it. No, you didn't just. I'm checking in. You in or not? That's it. Period. End of story.
You know what? It never dawned on me before. My kids always joke when they're in their 20s, and I'll leave them a message and say, "Hi, it's just mom." And they say, "Oh, hi, just mom." They were like making fun of me, and I'm like,
yeah.
Why? Now I get it. Like, it's your damn mother.
It's your mama. Where you at?
Call your mother.
Yeah.
How dare you not pick up?
I'm telling you. It was. I spent before I started my business and the Mouthy Broad, I was an international video producer. So my job was to travel the globe and interview leadership experts on camera. And so here I am going all over the map, really, talking to experts, leadership folks at like huge companies. We're talking American Airlines, Ford Canada, blah blah blah. And we would always talk to an equal mix of men and women. Mm-hmm. No lie. And there's nothing against the dudes. This is just how it all played out. Dudes would walk into the room, okay? No prep, no concept of why they were there. I gave them all the information, but it's not like they read the message. So they'd show up. Men don't read instructions.
Seriously.
That's
what we're for.
They would show up and they'd walk in and they'd be like, I got the most awesome story for you. Just wait. I'm going to sit down. I'm going to tell it to you. And then, they do the traditional man sit.
Yeah.
With the
man spread.
Love you, Fitz. But you know what I'm talking about, bro, right?
Yeah.
He goes, yeah, I'm doing it right now.
To accommodate your package.
It's doing something. I don't know. It's feeling breezy. But they would sit back and they would tell their story. And it didn't matter if it was good or bad. They were confident it was good. Now, women would walk in. This blew me away. Women would walk in every time. And they would kind of tiptoe into the room and they would say, am I in the right room? Is it okay if I sit over here? Can I just take a second to, adjust? I'm like, girl. And then I would say, so what's your story that you want to tell us? Well, I don't know if this qualifies or if this is a good. Yes.
That's me. I'm embarrassed.
Is it?
So, yeah.
Don't be embarrassed.
Well, I was trying not to. Like, I got that. I attempted stand up.
Oh, that's
several
hard.
years ago.
Okay.
And I got, discouraged pretty quickly, but I noticed I had somebody not videotape it, record it on a phone.
Did they do it on a beta cam?
Yes, I was going to say. It was a 2-inch. We ran it through it was a beta. Except 1-inch or 1/4 inch.
Right.
So anyway, and I would
Half-inch.
watch them. What did you say, Sid?
I said it's 1/2 inch, just so you know.
That's what she said.
Hey!
Oh, ba-dum-bum.
So we digress.
Yes.
And that's what we do on the show. And so I was
Did you watch it in playback?
Yeah.
What'd you see?
I saw that I would like, I don't know what's the word, like trail off and kind of quickly exit a joke. Like,
oh, yeah, you kind of dismiss yourself at the end.
And that's what I did for, Well, anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, it was like a cat
get
in a
a
litter
lot of-
box trying to. Let's get rid of that one.
Do you know a lot of people do that, though, when it comes to speaking and presenting? We don't realize we're doing it, but it's people end on a down note.
Yeah.
And then they end the sentence and just like dismiss it. Like, you don't want to know what the rest of it is about.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's exactly what I do. And I also did a commencement speech for Empire State College a couple of years ago in Buffalo.
Yeah.
And I did this joke. And I did what I just did now.
Oh,
but
no.
verbally. No, I walked out onto the stage and I said, "Hello, Buffalo." I always wanted to do that. Anyway. Where I could have said, "Hello, Buffalo." I always wanted to do that. Pause.
There you go. That makes, but do you hear the difference?
Yeah.
Right? This is what we do and I always tell people, we have a blueprint for how we learned how to talk, how to communicate, the choices that we make, the things that we do, the mannerisms that we have. it's our job as adults, and no one will tell you this, it's our job to take a good look at that blueprint and say, does this actually serve me? Is this taking me to where I want to go? Am I hitting the mark? Or are people telling me what I don't want to hear about myself? Or do I feel like I'm not being successful in what it is I'm trying to do and I'm not making any progress? And if we don't look at that, we're either, hopefully we're borrowing the brilliance of some of the people that we've met, or we're picking up bad habits left and right and then we're holding on to them like we're little monkeys with all our snacks and treats,
Like
let
it's
it
a
go.
baby Bjorn.
Yeah.
I won't let you down, honey.
No, you got to drop that shiz somewhere. Okay.
I'm just going to kick you.
Yeah, right, exactly. As we say in Spanish, pa fuera, outside.
Oh.
Yeah.
I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Just speaking of Spanish, I love that video of your daughter trying to go, Wepa! Wepa! That is hilarious.
My 18-month-old daughter is learning the ways of Puerto Rican pride. And huepa is like the Greeks when they say opa, right? Like we say huepa. But instead of huepa, because she's only 18 months old, she'll raise up her hand and go, up, up. And I'm like, you're so cute. And it's so funny. Babies do that. Their kids will do that to you. You find yourself going, oh my God, you're so cute. But if an adult were to do that, you'd be like, sit down, Gary. That's not funny. Right?
Gary's back.
Gary's back.
God, Larry, take your Dockers. Oh, Gary, excuse me.
That's okay, Larry. Or
Larry.
Gary is for some reason the name I use when I want to insult men.
Yeah.
Kind of like the male version of Karen.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, all you Karens. I know some wonderful Karens.
I know. So do I. But yeah, no, he should take his Dockers and his Skechers and have several seats.
Wait a second. Hold on a second. So I'm wearing Skechers right now. They're very comfortable. Is this something I need to know about Skechers?
Look, if you don't know, no, I'm kidding. I don't know. Whatever.
It's like, okay, I was saying this before we're getting old. Okay, there are things that we don't realize. I was just saying before we got onto the show that I just learned the other day that if you're parting your hair on the left or right, not down the middle, if you're overusing the crying face emoji, or if you're taking that photo, at an angle that's a little too high, which admittedly most women, I mean, come on, guys. The sun doth not shine that brightly on you. Relax.
It's so you can get the cleavage overhead.
Right? Exactly. No. Apparently, it's showing our age. Okay.
I say wear it with pride. Damn right I'm older.
Oh.
And I make more money, too.
Yes.
Well, I don't know if that's always true.
Yeah, not so much with
Unless they're an Instagram influencer, and then
I know. Or a TikTok. Yeah. So are you on all kinds of social media?
I am. Admittedly, and I have not, I'm going to break my rule very soon. I have been nothing but voyeuristic on TikTok. I go down the TikTok, spiral, but I have a username that no one in their right mind would ever guess is me. And dun dun dun. I sit there and I obsess over TikTok. I get great recipes from TikTok.
You're Spanky69? I thought I didn't think that was you, but okay.
Damn it, Scott! You found me.
She's thong song.
Oh my God. That admittedly, I hear that song and I'm like, college. Yes. It's terrible. Yeah, but I found like a great New York Times recipe for like a, Mediterranean cucumber salad, something or other on TikTok. I get great ideas from TikTok.
TikTok is beneficial in some ways. I had my kids introduced to me. My kids they're just all having birthdays in the next month. 27, 24, and 22.
You have a 27-year-old?
Mm-hmm.
What do you got, like a painting of Dorian Gray in your attic? Look at you. There's no way. You're like, oh, stop it.
I'm 55. And I wear that with pride.
You look good, girl.
Thank you. Thank you. It's called being fat. It fills out.
It does. It really does.
It does.
I feel my skin feels very supple.
I actually just read a story about that, an article that said that if you lose weight in your face, it makes you look older.
Well,
duh.
So. This is my grand plan. I mean, I'm just going to stay fat forever. Let's never mind, we're good.
Bring on the eclairs. I'm staying young, baby.
I like hot dogs and snacks. I want to stay looking young forever.
That's my filler. Give me a Whopper. I have my filler with cheese.
Who needs Botox? I got burgers. Okay, I'm sorry. So your lovely children.
Yes. Oh, yes. So I don't know. They started watching TikTok, and then I tried it like 2 years ago, and it was like epic fail. And I'm like, forget this. I hate this, and I took it off. And then
You tried to do your own videos on TikTok.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, for like a minute, and then I don't know. Somehow this summer they started saying some stuff, and it gave me an idea. Like, okay, maybe I could use it to like promote my.
There you go.
Have this synergistic
A synergy.
social media. Oh, there goes my.
But
nose.
it works.
Sorry.
Well, good.
Not really. No.
No. There's got to be a course out there
see-
for how to make TikTok work for you.
There is.
Is there really?
And there are several. And I think that's the problem.
Ah.
Unless you have something you're hawking, like a service.
Yeah.
Or you're selling, I'm selling crocheted pot holders out of cat
mate.
hair.
Oh.
It does exist, people.
Yeah.
It does.
And like everybody's like, ooh,
But
Susie, I love it.
this is where I go back to being intentional. I say this all the time to people, women especially. We're going to get a million invitations in this life to do very interesting things, okay? Some of them questionable, that is true, but very interesting nonetheless. The question we always have to ask ourselves is, are we flattered or are we interested? What is the purpose of the thing we are doing? Because if it's just to be funny or just to be interesting, then it's an interesting idea, but to what end? So I'm always questioning this. No, right?
Right?
If I took every invitation that ever came my way, I don't have any time as it is.
Yeah.
But I would never sleep because I'd constantly be running down a dream. Never would come to me. Okay. Yeah. Right?
See, she knows the tangent show. Hooray!
I would be doing everything out there, but the question is, how does it benefit me? How does it benefit maybe my family or my community? And if it doesn't touch on any of those areas, mama's got to go.
Yeah.
Because there's no point.
Right.
So like, TikTok, social media and all that, someone said to me, a very dear friend of mine said, if you're not having fun on your social media, then no one else is either.
That's what I would get sidetracked with. All social media and any other artistic kind of thing I've done over the years. I would start to listen to the experts and try and follow some formula or their tricks and tips. And that's the last time I had a what the hell did I call my Remain Calm and Stay Fabulous? 4 or 5 years ago I had another podcast, and it just like went right down the shitter because I started listening to I joined this podcast community, and you've got to do this many, and you've got to sell this, and you've got to be this, and you got to have a point and find a niche and use and I started doing it, and it wasn't anything like I wanted.
Well, that's the thing. So if you're not enjoying it, then there's no purpose.
I was trying to turn into, let me get everybody on who's trying to hawk something, and Sandra, tell me about your cat hair pot.
Your cat hair pothole.
Exactly. And I'm like, I hate this woman.
Right.
But this time around, because I've every once in a while I've done it again. I'm like, nope, when you start doing that, you get off track. Me.
Yeah.
Personally.
Well, but again, your purpose is your purpose. It doesn't really need to matter for anyone else, but it's just, there needs to be a purpose to all things, or else we will lose interest quickly. And it's directly tied to our success. I really do believe that. Like I very easily can go down the rabbit hole of doing a million things that I have no business doing. And then the truth is, unless I am genuinely interested and I see the purpose for it or the value, I'm going to not, there's 1,000,001 half painted walls in my house, y'all. I'm not going to lie. I lose interest.
We can merge your house and my house, and maybe we'll have one complete room.
HGTV home.
Exactly. Oh dear Lord! All right, I want to back it up real quick. Back it up. So what's the Mouthy Broad?
Yes.
Is this a community people can join? Women.
Yeah.
Screw you guys.
Sorry, we love the fellas, but this is for the
Yeah.
ladies only.
We need our alone time.
Sorry, Fitz. We love you, man.
It's okay.
I know you're crying. It's okay. It's okay, honey. I got a special group just for you, okay?
I just call you and ask you for advice all the time. It's what I do. True story.
I ask you for advice. We're work buddies. We
Yes, totally.
Yes.
Hooray.
No, yes, it is. It's a program. It's a year-long program that women can join, and every month we talk about different topics that are relevant for the way women are showing up at work, at home, and in their community or in their life.
Ooh.
So, like, for example, coming up this month, we have self-talk based on self-talk.
Talk?
Yep.
Oh, for a minute, I thought you said talk. I thought you were talking about drag queens.
Nip
But
tuck.
anyway.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Well, there's that. Where's Kasha? Self-talk. And it's based on a fantastic quote that I heard one day that said, if the voice in your head had a body, you would have buried that bitch a long time ago. You ain't wrong. I mean, the voice in your... And so the question becomes, what does the voice in your head constantly tell you that you can and cannot do? Henry Ford said it. Whether you think you can or you think you can't.
You're right.
Right?
That is
Ding,
my
ding,
all-time
ding.
favorite quote right there.
It's the best quote because it's true, but a lot of it is self-talk. What are the things that we consistently tell ourselves we can or cannot do? And then how do we change that script? Like I was giving the example the other day that when I was in the 4th grade, I had a teacher tell me, we were doing like a long division test and I failed miserably, or I think I got a C, which in my world was failing at the time, Little Miss Perfectionist. So I went right up to the teacher. I guess I was a mouthy broad since day one. I walked up to the teacher and I said, with all due respect, I would like to take a retest. And she looked me square in the face and said, Miss Holland, you're going to have to learn that you will never be anything more than mediocre at math.
Wow.
Dum, dum, dum.
That's inspiring.
Right? So, I know it was a shocker. But
Mrs. Gary.
Whatever, Gary. So, to this day, when the check comes and you're at table with friends, I always say out loud, because the voice in my head says it, I'm no good at math. I'm no good at math.
Oh, yeah.
And I got to stop saying that, Jazz. Because that shiz ain't true. I'm actually really good at math, but the voice still says it. And it keeps me from feeling confident in speaking up and saying, yo, Gary, where's my $30? Right?
Even if it's not right, just give me $30.
Right.
No, that's something I've been working on for a long time. I think I learned about, 10, 15 years ago. That's how long I've still been working on it.
It's a process.
I read a book that said, it gave anecdotes and said, you have to stop believing the stories you tell yourself because they're not all true. And I had a similar thing. I had a 2nd grade teacher tell me that I was the devil. And this was Catholic school.
Oh, yeah, I went to Catholic school, too. I'm not going to say who said it to me in 4th grade. You know who you
like
is.
The devil. Like you're going to take time out of your busy schedule to come and deal with...
I'll just sit in 2nd grade for a little while.
Yeah, exactly. Lolly, I was plotting to overthrow Dunkirk, New York or something.
Dunkirk.
And
It's the first place I would start if I were the devil.
I know.
Without a doubt.
It's because she came to school wearing her older sister's McGovern button.
Oh!
So
now we know why.
Like, I wouldn't shut up. I've said this before. I just have an anecdote for everything. I did when I was a kid.
So?
And then I was listening to, as I got older, my 30s, you start talking to people, other people your age, and you're joking about, when I was a kid. And I start hearing stories from these other people that are like, I stole a car and I got arrested and I skipped school and I used to smoke pot at lunch and I used to drink before lunch, whatever, all these things. And I was like, I never did.
I never did. And yet I was called the devil.
Exactly.
What is going on? But that's exactly it. We have to stop and look at those stories and say, was any of that true? Or did I just fall for something that I was told?
I've been conditioned.
They've been conditioned. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's, and like in the Mouthy Broad, we're talking about that very topic right now. Like, what is the self-talk? How do we change it? And then there's live coaching calls where you can jump on, bring your questions. There's resources and guides and a program page for everybody to go and actually practice things. And then I have a series of conversations called How Dare She? Pearl Clutching Conversations with Gutsy Broads.
The Pearl Clutchers.
The Pearl Clutchers. I stole that from Fitz, actually.
You stole that from what?
Fitz, yeah. He actually gave me the idea. But there is a moment in there. The first one that I did the other day, I spoke to a gal all about self-talk. And there is a moment, believe it or not, where we both go,
I literally clutched my
pearls. So, yeah, that's the idea.
My two favorite, just a tangent,
No?
my two favorite reactions are the clutch the pearls and the hair fluff.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. You know exactly what they mean with just a gesture.
I have the pursed lips. That's one of my favorite reactions.
I don't have any lips to purse.
I got plenty. Trust me. Yeah.
So, but that's in.
Well, yeah.
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 That and plenty of booty is in.
Which
Not
I
that you
wish was
have it.
popular when I was a kid, because
Hello.
I've had plenty of booty all my life. And it was not popular until J-Lo hit the scene somewhere in the 90s. And all of a sudden it was a thing.
Yeah.
I had someone tell me that one time. You know, you're so confident, Andrea. No matter your size, you are. Oh, yeah. Oh, please. I could fill a book with the things that people. I love when people try to compete with me. I'm like, girl, get in line. That line goes all the way around the corner of people that have said nasty and done nasty. So, oh yeah, you're so confident. No matter your size, you always appreciate your posterior. And I'm like, yeah, I got a booty. What about it? I like it.
You know, that's another thing. Like I'm like, my hobby is self-help.
My hobby. What do you do? Well, I enjoy good self-help every now and then.
Yes, exactly. If I were on Match.com, what did you use? Self-help and cocktails.
Oh, I don't miss the Match.com days.
Yeah. No, I hear you. Oh my God. Oh, that'll be another episode.
Oh, we got stories, girl.
Oh my God. Oh my God. How I didn't end up in bits and pieces in
In a
duffel
van
bag
down by the
somewhere.
river.
She knew. You knew right where it was going.
And there goes Madge. Goodbye, friend.
Wow.
Beep, beep. Terrible. There's some crazies.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Anyways, we
wait, what the hell is
digress.
it talking about?
Sorry.
Self-help and
It's a hobby.
And it's a hobby. And
Sorry.
Oh no, it's okay. And so I had a friend that's like my whole humor, my whole life. Well, one of the things is self-deprecation. It's always like, you know.
I mean, you are Catholic.
Exactly.
It's part of the canon.
It's the guilt built in.
You are not good.
Now, do you think? Well, go ahead. Sorry.
Well, no, but that totally is it. And so,
do you find yourself making, sort of dismissing yourself often?
oh, absolutely. And I've been trying to work on it really, really hard because it was always be like, well, you know, my broke ass or my dumb ass, you know.
But I think a lot of people, you know, we do this, and it starts off as a joke, right? And I make jokes all the time. But then there comes the question of, do you really believe it? And then also, do others believe that you believe that? Because that's where it's a question, right? Like,
yeah.
How long do you think it takes to judge someone, by the way? Take a guess.
2 seconds.
Oh, that's generous. Fitz, what do you got?
Well, I was going to say 2 seconds, but apparently that's way too
No,
long.
y'all believe in humanity way too much.
Oh, wow.
I'm freaking
No,
Mother
man.
Teresa. with
Yeah,
that
right.
one.
A
2
millisecond?
seconds. You're on point. Quarter of a second. A Harvard study points to a quarter of a second.
And you've got the person all figured out.
Well, we base it on looks.
Right.
And the reason we do it is because we're hardwired, you know, biologically to do this, to figure out, going back to like, you know, caveman days and whatnot. Does the person or being in front of me, animal, person, thing, intend to do me harm?
Right.
But then after we make an initial assessment, like, no, Madge is not going to lunge at me with a knife, I decide.
Podcast ain't over.
There, podcast. Give it a second. I got snacks. Then it becomes.
Oh, then you're safe.
Right? Exactly. How is this person either benefit me or not worth my time. And that's where we judge, who doesn't trust the woman who trusts herself? So if you're not confident in you, why am I going to stick around? What's the point? Unless there's something I can gain from you that I'm going to take from you. It sounds crazy, but this is the psychology behind how we judge. And we base it on the way we communicate. That's the secondary judgment point.
Wow.
Cold, isn't it? But it's true.
It is. That completely makes sense. And oh God, I have a whole.
Are we going down the rabbit hole?
I have a whole litany of things to say on that, but yeah, and women get the really shitty end of the stick on that one. We get, there must be some. I don't know. So, is there any evidence that say women get judged harsher? I mean, are we point 0.001 second?
Well, there have been tons of studies done about women in the workplace and makeup.
Yeah.
Right. And it's really fascinating to me because I just saw this article the other day about Adam Sandler and his effect on fashion. And they were joking about how Adam Sandler is one of the few people in Hollywood who you can check it, like look at every photo of that man, does not give a rat's ass about what's in fashion. He's wearing them sweatpants. He is going Billy Madison style. He don't care. Yep. So they were talking about how more and more people have begun to work from home and people have stopped wearing the makeup and the fashionable. I mean, look at me. I rolled up in here in a straight up mommy outfit and I don't care. Okay.
But you look fabulous.
Oh, well, thank you, darling. But the question becomes, we've all still been able to do our jobs despite the makeup, despite all of it. So now what? Just because I got to go back into a workplace, I got to start wearing makeup? Who does that benefit?
I started saying that in the beginning of last March, whatever, saying like, I wonder if this will turn back the clock a little on.
It has. There have been studies on it already.
Makeup. Yeah.
Women have been judged more harshly when this whole work at home thing began because much of, and this is just the data. The data shows this. The McKinsey Institute actually talked about this, that in the household, more women are responsible for household things. So taking care of the kids, making sure there's groceries, laundry, blah, blah, blah. So because they're trying to balance that and working from home, the perception while you're on Zoom is that you're not committed to your job and you're not as capable.
Yeah.
Whereas, the Garys of the world, we love y'all.
But Gary, you got to cut
Gary,
that out.
you ain't wearing no mascara.
I'm definitely not a Gary.
You're not a Gary,
not a
Fitz.
Gary.
We love you.
I know, but I know exactly what you mean.
But, and I will say men get judged too. I did a whole TED talk on this, that, like the man who wears a baseball cap all the time and then when the wind blows, takes that hat right off and he got like one strand left.
Yeah.
Can he still feel confident now that, the dome is shining in the sun? Or women with Spanx.
Oh, true.
Or women like petite women who wear really tall heels.
Oh, yeah.
What happens when you lose all that? What happens? Are you still confident, or does your external factors govern the internal limits?
Yeah, that's a whole thing.
Yeah.
This is what we talk about at the Mouthy Broad. Yes, this is what we do.
Deep,
break it down, and then, but not only that, like it's great to talk about things, but then you got to do something, right?
Right.
Because that's the challenge. Like we may know that, okay, you make disclaimers, I make jokes. All right, so does that benefit me or not? And how do I work around that so that I can still get to what I need to get to?
Okay. Can you send me a link?
Well, on that note, you can learn more at themouthybroad.com.
There you go.
There's my plug, my shameful plug.
I will be going to that directly after the show. So that just brings me to one other thing. I know you've noticed. I don't have to say. Did you ever notice? Like I'm Jerry Seinfeld. That's one thing that's always bothered me about. Okay, especially politics. Where supposedly the playing field is all equal. You have all these people that are lawmakers, politicians, whatever. And, okay, let's take people that are sitting, and it's like, oh, Mitch McConnell, I hate him, whatever. Oh, then Nancy Pelosi's a fucking ugly bitch.
Oh, God, yeah. It's personal. It's based on appearance. The digs are it's fascinating. Yeah. I mean, and this is true in so many different professions that we will base it on appearance, and it's unfair, but it's there.
Well, and I found that even, I'm on social media a lot, and I have stopped commenting on anything other than,
Smart. That's smart.
Yeah.
Other than, I can throw in a one-liner or a reference.
Reference. That's what we say when we.
Somebody will say something about laundry, and I'll say ancient Chinese secret, huh? I just throw in stupid stuff like that. But a while back, I had I don't even remember what it was. Something on Spezzano's thing, and it was like just a joke. And I don't. This dude
came at you, right?
Came at me hot. Went right to F you several times, you whore, you only have a few good years left.
What?
Why don't you? Yeah, like,
dude.
Yeah.
Heavy-handed.
Exactly. And I mean, it was something like, I can never find that in the supermarket. Maybe, just something as innocuous as that.
This is where I get medieval and I begin to plot someone's demise. Like, I can't.
I.
How did you respond? Yeah, what'd you do?
I just did
Did you shut down?
I shut down, but like in a smart way, not condescending, but smart, and that pissed him off even more.
Yeah,
because that got his insecure
I mean, some people
zone.
live for that. Yeah, some people live to be bold.
Oh, that's when
keyboard warriors they call them.
Yeah,
yeah.
I ended up getting the thing removed because it was all, fuck you, whore, fuck you, I wouldn't fuck you. Yeah.
Oh God. Yeah. Didn't ask you to.
Exactly. I think I even said something like that, like, oh no, thanks, I'm good, but thank you for offering.
Like somehow this jerk's, opinion of your looks matters.
Yeah.
It's very, it's really interesting too, the way that the differences between, traditionally feminine and masculine communication. And when you see somebody when you see a man go extremely emotional in his tone, it's a rule breaker. It's very fascinating to watch happen because it unravels very, very quickly. And it's like watching, like a fish sprout legs. You're like, what the?
Yeah.
It's just weird. But, you're not going to win all of those. And I don't go on social media and become a keyboard warrior either because I just don't have the energy for it.
Yep.
Yeah.
But you got to pick your battles, right? Yeah.
Right. I've just stopped. And then,
although I did shut someone down recently on Facebook, I came right for him. I was like, you're rude and aggressive and I don't like it. And you can unfriend me right now or delete this post. And they messaged me immediately with an apology.
Wow.
But I came,
I ended up, in the past couple weeks, I had posted things that were absolutely nothing to do with politics.
And people took it there.
It was like about the snow outside. Well, yeah, Biden, he's going to eat my children,
Now, see, here's the thing, though. Do you stop that right away or do you kind of let it go?
It depends. I've stopped it.
Yeah.
Recently, I used to just delete the comment or whatever, and then they'd get pissed off more. But now I just say, look, we're not doing that on here.
Yep.
No.
And I will post something and I will straight up say, don't come at me because I bite. So don't comment on here unless you want me to come for you and I will destroy you.
But then what would happen is other people would come in and bam, 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 bam. They would go start a argument with this person.
I've always said.
Then I just delete. I don't want this. It's bad.
You don't want it
on my
anywhere
page.
near you.
Yeah.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you. Someone made the analogy years ago that your social media is like your living room. I wouldn't let anybody walk into my house and just take a dump right there on the floor.
Exactly.
Go like, dude, bro, we're going to fight now.
Look,
I just mopped, okay? No.
If you got leaky bladder, that's one thing. But do not just take a dump.
Leaky bladder. If it's just a little spritz, it's okay.
Exactly.
Leaky bladder.
You should just
I feel like now is the time for an ad for some sort of medical or some sort of prescription medication.
Can we play the Doxadan song? When nature needs a helping hand.
No, but it is true. People get verbal diarrhea on social media, and it's like, whoa.
Well,
I didn't invite you to this party to make a mess.
but and the justifying of things. I had somebody. I posted like I got this Bills Mafia sweatshirt from my boyfriend.
Go Bills.
I usually and go Bills, and I was like, oh, look at my Christmas present, yay! And some guy, everybody's like, yay, go Bills, whatever. And this one guy from like growing up, he's like, go Dolphins.
Do you notice we make that voice when we want to make fun of someone?
I just said to myself, why did I make that sound? No, he's not how he talks, but that's how I read it in my head, because that's how you sound.
Right.
And so I'm like, don't do that.
Yeah.
And then he's like, oh, what? I'm like, because that's a dick move. Because this is how I can
There you
talk.
go.
I talk to this guy. And then he's like, oh, I thought we were having fun here, and this is what we do. And, everybody knows that but you. And I was like,
Yeah.
Gary, did you not get the memo that this is my Facebook wall?
Yeah.
exactly.
You're out, buddy.
And people that always go for that, well, you posted it on your a wall for people to comment on.
No.
And so you should,
No, I posted it because I wanted to show my friends and people who like me a photo of me wearing my favorite NFL hoodie.
Right.
If you don't like it, go pound salt.
Yeah.
See, I just have no tolerance.
Just delete them.
Yeah,
I do not anymore. So I ended up, I deleted that. I was like, go away.
You gotta go.
Yeah.
Bye.
Guy, you're kicked
Yeah,
out.
it's and again,
You gotta-
it's all in allowances. We all make we make certain allowances. There's certain things that we will tolerate, and it's okay for the sake of discussion. Even in a workplace setting, like it's okay for people to disagree. That's fine, not a problem. Just
Absolutely.
don't be a jerk about it. Don't come at someone and make it personal, and that's the challenge.
Exactly.
People make things personal, and then they get upset when you call them out on it.
That is my issue.
You know what? I'm sorry, I have to tell
no.
you this.
Yeah, go
Try
ahead.
this out on your next time. I read the other day, and I think this is a fantastic strategy. When someone says something really snarky or nasty, and you know that they know they're doing it on purpose, like go Dolphins, for example, hold them accountable. So I always try to hold everybody accountable for what they say. That's great. Why do you say that? Ask them, why do you say that? They can only respond with something that justifies their answer. So they have to now offer you some sort of evidence or proof. It takes it out of the realm of personal.
You know what? That is so funny that you say that, because I read that something lately about when it had to do with like people who are very aggressive and passionate about certain things, and
Like the Dolphins. Sorry.
and other things, and higher. So and I've wanted to try it, but not on social media. Like I want to like see a friend that I know that believes certain things, and just say, why?
Yeah. Why do you say that?
Why do you say that?
What makes you say that?
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah. If anyone's going to come at you in a snarky way, or, because the reason why that question is so effective, like I said, is that it forces someone to offer some evidence or proof, but it holds them accountable to their own words. And if they are, in fact, like this person said, I didn't realize we weren't joking, it will now give them the memo. I'm not joking. Why do you say that? Well, because they're the best team in the league. Okay, that's your opinion. Or give me some proof. Really? Show me.
I've been called out on Facebook just because sometimes I want to be a little goof.
Yeah.
I'll respond with some kind of sarcastic thing. And somebody said that. Somebody said that exact thing. Why would you say that? And I said, sorry, I was just being a goof.
There you go. Holding.
And then I
people
thought about it. I
accountable.
was like, wow, I really didn't have to go on there. There was no
Why did I bother
There
with
was
that?
no point in me, like somebody was talking about where they live, and I was like, and I made fun of the place that they live.
Ah.
Oh.
Like, how people make fun of Cleveland? It was one of those kind of jokes.
Like a steamer.
Oh,
It fits
Yeah.
me and you I'm going to make a point. We have to mention Cleveland Steamer every single episode. I think we've mentioned it like 4 times now.
Well, there it is. You just hit your quota.
Yep, exactly.
'Cause
Not just in one.
it reminds me of the podcast you did with Norma.
To be continued
To
with
be
my sister
continued.
Norma. We had a little.
We just kept doing this stuff all the time.
because I am in fact a 16-year-old boy, and this is my sense of humor.
And I'm 12 years old then.
Right, I know. 16 years old, they're way too
Yeah,
cool.
I
12
think-
years old still left.
I know. I think I'm a precocious 13-year-old because I wanted to talk about rusty trombones.
Oh! This is...
All right, moving right
And
along.
on that note,
That was a C.
wow, we're all adults and look at us just
God.
giggling like school
know
kids.
what?
Having fun. Having fun.
That's fun.
Yes, and that feels good to laugh.
It does.
Right?
Laughter is my number one reason for living. I'm not even
Like air, man. You need it.
It
It's
is.
just
I mean,
the
look,
best.
I think in one-liners.
Yeah, well, nothing wrong with that.
No, well, it is when you're in second grade and you're supposed
they
to
call
shut
you the
hell
devil.
up. Yeah, you're just supposed to learn how to say Our Father and he's not my father, Miss Madigan.
Oh, yep.
Yeah.
There you go.
Anyway, all right. I had a little game to play.
Oh, I love a good game.
And yeah, well, it's more of a I don't know. It's whatever.
Don't disclaim yourself, girl.
Yeah.
You got a game to play. Let's
Yeah.
play it.
Yeah.
It's a game.
Boom. What you got?
Okay. It's called This or That.
Okay.
Okay, I'll start out with like the boring way. Okay. Would you rather go to a party where you did not know a soul and look fantastic, or go to a party where you knew everyone but looked terrible?
Oh, B.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I don't care.
Okay.
This is me.
Well, or you could say, here's a little twist on it. You go to a party where you don't know anyone, and you look fantastic, and your ex is there. Or would you rather go to a place and look terrible, and his new girlfriend is there?
Jeez.
I don't want to see any of these people. I just want... I'm sorry.
Hey, I'm just happy to be invited somewhere.
Right? Yeah, I'll go to
Yeah.
the party. I'll bring a snack. I don't
Seriously.
care what I look
Us
like.
self-assured women don't give a shit on
Yeah,
that.
I don't
That
care.
was dumb. Sorry. Okay.
No.
Oh, here's one though that's speaking of leaky, as we did earlier. Would you rather be like at work and all of a sudden realize you have baby vomit on you, or a leaky boob because you're breastfeeding?
Oh, that's a tough one. This is tough.
I think you should go with
boob.
You got to go with the leaky boob?
Yeah.
I'd go with the baby vomit.
Yeah, I'd go for baby vomit.
Here's
too.
the deal. See, I'm always thinking of the escape plan. So in my head, we're crossing arms and we're making our way out the room. But that leaky that vomit boy, that's gonna like sit on your shoulder and write bad checks all day, man.
But see,
That's just bad news bears.
I think, like, to me, the leaky boobs would be like
Well, I mean, if all
like-
of a sudden
well,
it's like a torrential downpour,
Are we talking
we've got other issues.
Are we
would-
talking
it would
Niagara
look like-
Falls, or what are we talking?
It
here?
would look like in Mean Girls when they cut Regina George's
Oh.
holes out of her shirt. And then but the baby vomit would be like a merit badge.
A merit badge. Like
I got
that is
stuff
one of
to
my
do.
all-time favorite commercials is the Tide talking stain. If you have not looked this up, go to YouTube immediately after you sign up for the mouthyBroad.com. But then go to YouTube and look up the talking Tide stain. That's what that vomit is going to do. It's going to be talking for you all day.
Just speaking of that, the other commercial I love, I think it's Red Baron, but the woman talks about, I cleaned up a milk stain with my sock and I'm still wearing that, and I put my hair up in a chip clip. And she's like, you get a merit badge.
You get a merit badge. Good job.
Because I've done that before.
Man.
All right. Here's one.
She can't even say it. It's too. These are getting
Stupid.
rougher as we go
No,
along.
this is just a,
Would you rather
All right,
kill a man?
You're
Or...
just meeting a guy. shoot him. would you? And you just started kind of dating this guy, just getting to know him. Would you rather go into the bathroom and you gotta look in that medicine chest? Would you rather find in that medicine chest anxiety medication, or maybe even like mood elevator, some kind of serious mental health thing, or butt rash cream?
Well,
oh, come on now. This one's easy.
Is it?
Sure.
Is it? Well, no. Okay.
Everybody's had a rash at one point, right? And you don't know you don't know where the rash cream came from either, or why it's there.
I'm going to say first and foremost.
But the Prozac, that's a good story.
Anytime anyone is willing to go get treatment for something, be it a butt rash or mental health, I applaud you.
Yes.
Okay? Yes. Because it is very true.
It's true.
If you must elevate your mood or eliminate the rash on the crack, then I give you all the credit in the world. I personally wouldn't want
Maybe he had to get the Prozac because the rash cream wasn't working. And it was really just ruining his day.
Oh, it made him sad.
Made him sad.
Butt rash cream made him sad.
That's the word, butt rash.
Yes.
Okay.
That's a brand.
I have to say,
Jorgen's butt rash cream.
I have to tell you where I got that phrase from. My daughter, Abby, who is a senior at Syracuse University, her sophomore year, she lived up on South Campus.
Okay.
Where they had to take, they were like kind of on-campus apartments.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So, and they had to take a shuttle bus to get down to campus, campus run, and a whole bunch of football players lived right in here on her same row of thing.
I've got that look on my face.
I know. And they would get on the bus, and it was really crowded, and they were hilarious. She said it was like a TV show every day because they would try and embarrass each other. Like they were funny as hell. And one guy'd be going off, get herself like, and to hear my daughter do, she's like, "Yo, Joe, you forgot your butt rash cream." Really loud over the shuttle bus. Butt rash. I don't know why that makes me laugh. I know.
Oh, man. And you know what? Point in fact, by the way, I would never look through anyone's medicine cabinet. I don't. I refuse. Because
that's the better answer, right?
No,
there.
it is. Because you know what? You may be careful what you look for. Right. You're going to find it. So if you got a butt rash, we're going to find out about that later.
Yeah, exactly.
If you got some mental health, you can tell me about that later, baby. That's okay, too.
Either one will come out in the wash.
I'll let you explain it.
Or not.
Or not.
Okay. This one's stupid. Would you rather
disclaim yourself?
Okay.
I love you. Say whatever it is you got to say.
Okay. Would you rather spend the day wearing wet socks or with a popcorn kernel stuck in your teeth?
Ooh. Both of those sound terrible.
Do you know that the kernel's there, or you do not know?
How will you not know?
Exactly. You feel it.
A popcorn kernel stuck in your tooth feels like a log.
Yeah, that's a whole kernel.
I'm going to go with the wet socks.
They mean like a poppy seed.
You want to wear the wet socks?
Well, I don't want
you don't.
one.
I would rather have the kernel in my teeth.
No, because you know what? I'll be walking around all day going, like trying to dig it out of your own tooth. Terrible.
That would be me all day. No, I don't know. Wet socks, I got a thing. They're
also dangerous. Thou might fall out of
Yes, it's true. You get trench foot.
Does that go with butt rash?
The trench mouth?
I got trench foot and butt rash. How you doing, girl?
Wet socks or wet underwear?
You know you want a piece of this. Oh. What'd you say, Fitz?
He said wet underwear.
Wet socks or wet underwear? Which one would you rather?
Well, I almost said that. Would you would you rather have wet socks?
Welcome to awful life situations.
Wet socks or a shart?
These are questions.
I'll take the socks. Oh, God.
Your life sucks. How badly do you want it to suck? And which part?
I'm gonna get it worse.
Oh my God! All right. We'll lighten it up here. Would you rather spend the night in a luxury hotel room or out camping surrounded by beautiful scenery?
That's
hands down for me. Luxury hotel room
really
all day.
I'm gonna go with the scenery. My favorite place to well, I don't think I want to say it. Well, I'll say it. Vermont. I love Southern Vermont. It's like my favorite place to go. So
why would you not say that?
Well, because that's
people
like
might judge.
No. It's like this is the funny thing. When you ever go on vacation, when is the moment you feel the most free? When you take a vacation.
When you're drunk. What?
She's like, "Is this a quiz?"
When I'm taking my butt rash cream out of,
when you're going through customs
out of my toiletry bag.
Butt rash cream. Sir, your underwear is wet. Yeah, no, it goes with the cream.
My socks,
would you
too.
rather me have butt rash or Prozac? By all means, sir, go ahead with your Prozac.
I feel like whenever I take a trip or go anywhere, it's not until like I've actually hit the open road or I'm on the actual plane or I've gotten away from all the things that are, distractions,
right?
That I'm like, this feels so good. And it's so funny. Whenever I go to Vermont, there's a point midway through between the trip where I'm like, I'm too far to go back home for anything right now. It's onward and forward. Here we go. We're on vacation. But yeah, I think I'm going to take the camping scenario.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. You go with
Just
your
what
bad
I'm
self.
saying. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Up.
Wappa!
That little mama is so cute.
Thank you. She is my best thing I've ever done, having
God,
a kiddo. She's adorable.
Same thing. My 3 kids.
Yep. I'm that woman, before I had kids and I thought puppies were cuter than babies for a long time. Women would say, being a mother is just the best gift. And I'm like, go play in traffic with that. It's just so, for those of us without kids. Then I had one. I admit, I'm her now. This kid can do no wrong. She owns me. I love her. I'm one of the fortunate women to be able to to want to have children and to be able to have them. And she's the best thing I've ever done.
Yay!
So, yeah.
I have become very much aware of that because I knew I was put on this earth to have children.
All right.
I was
made to be a mom.
I was made to be a mom, and I especially found that out when my ex-husband disappeared, and I became 24/7 mom.
Yep.
And I was bound and determined, like, these kids are gonna be something.
Yes.
They're not gonna. I wrote a blog a long time ago that says, and he stopped paying, and that was most of my income. I was a stay-at-home mom.
Yeah.
So I had to do this whole thing, and so there was, like food stamps and eviction and all that kind of stuff. But
everyone's journey that's your journey.
exactly. But I said to my kids, "This is not going to define us." And I wrote
There's the mouthy broad I've been looking to meet this whole conversation.
Yeah.
There you go.
Thank you.
Love it.
And that one blog I wrote was, do I have to wear something about do I have to wear a uniform to look poor? Like, do we have a uniform?
Well, that's a whole other topic.
Yeah, exactly.
We could go down,
like,
but
here I am at Pittsford Wegmans and
I thought you were going to say, do I have to wear wet socks? Because
I did.
Confusing.
But I didn't let it define us, and I got all my kids into college. My son's a graduate of NYU. My middle daughter's a graduate of Quinnipiac University, and in a few months, my daughter will graduate Syracuse
Girl,
University.
I salute you. Bravo.
Thank you.
That's
so anyway,
how you do it.
I don't know why I said that. What were we talking about?
I don't know, but it made me excited for you. So
Thank you.
I'm happy to hear that.
Well, I was tooting my own horn.
There you go. Women need to do that more often.
Hell
People
yeah.
need to do that more often.
Yes. Okay. We'll do one last one before we close it out, and
All
this
right.
is a really important one.
Okay, I'm all ears.
Would you rather have to do the hokey pokey or the chicken dance?
What's that all about?
These are tough questions.
You don't ask why.
I'm gonna go with hokey pokey.
Fitz, what about you?
Yeah, hokey pokey.
Hokey pokey.
You know?
Totally missed the joke, too. I said, what's that all about? That's what it's all about! Jesus. Yeah, you could have missed it. It's fine.
It was
You
good.
didn't word it properly.
I liked it. It was good fits.
if you just would have turned it all about,
That's
it would
what
have made
it's all
sense.
about. Hey.
Put your butt rash cream in. Put your butt rash cream out.
Put your butt
Socks on and you shake it all about. You wonder what the hell is going on in this plane. That's what it's all about. Hey!
And I know that because I grew up in a town. I grew up in Dunkirk, New York, that had a very large Puerto Rican population.
Didn't know that. Wepa!
Yes, wepa. That's where I learned that and many other swear words.
Oh, aren't you blessed?
Yes, I was. So anyway, I would say I would do the chicken dance now, which is weird because like 20 years ago I would never have done that. But I think it's like I got a better beat and you can dance to it. Where the hokey pokey is just a little slow and drawn out.
These are tough things.
Yeah.
I'm glad you know what you want.
I had to unpack it. Sometimes we just
Be intentional. Yes. Be intentional.
I just don't like the party that has either one of those at it.
Amen to that.
You know what I mean?
I hear you.
I'm in the corner with whiskey. That's what I'm doing.
When I got married to my ex-husband in 1991, he's very, very Polish, like all Polish. And I'm all Irish. So he said, we will have the chicken dance.
Oh.
And I was like, oh, no. And he's like, no. Babsha and Jaji are going to be...
Babsha and Jaji.
Babs and Judge are going to be really
Didn't
mad.
they live upstairs from Laverne and Shirley?
Yes.
Schlemiel. Schlemazel.
Hostas Incorporated. Oh my
Brilliant.
God. I'll just take my milk and Pepsi and go now.
There
but anyway,
you go.
so I gave in and I had to do the chicken dance. And since my kids are half Polish, I'll probably have to have the chicken dance at their wedding if they get married.
You better get them dancing shoes ready,
Whatever.
girl.
Hey. Andrea. Oh my God, this was so much fun.
I really enjoyed this. Thank you, dear.
I'm glad. Thank you so much for coming on. Mouthy Broad,
TheMouthyBroad.com.
.com. Any
right.
other .coms?
No,
Andrea
that's
Holland?
it.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I have a website, but anybody want to see that? You can just look at them out. If you want to find me, you can find me. You know the name.
This is true.
Right?
Okay. And me, Madge Madigan, you can find me at Madge Madigan on just like everything. TikTok, Insta, YouTube. No, YouTube is Madge Unmuted, but whatever. Who cares? Patreon at Madge Madigan. That's the important one.
There you go.
But anyway, as always, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. And as always, Scott Fitzgerald Fitz. Love you, long time. Mwah. Rock Fox Studios. Come and I was trying to think of an old tourist local slogan, but I can't. I really screwed that up.
I don't know. Rockvox.com.
Rockfox.
It was the Wet Sox.
The Wet Sox did it. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. And now we'll see you next time on Madge Unmuted. Bring your butt cream. See you next week.